All right, got some stickers for the trucks. They're not die cut. I'm just gonna cut them, outline them with some scissors. They look pretty good. So I'll put this on today. Maybe I'll stop by Harbor Freight right now and see if they have a toolbox for this truck here. And yeah, let's do that. We're close enough to Harbor Freight. All right, so we're just gonna get everything. I already went to Harbor Freight and AutoZone and got a bunch of tools. So I'll finish putting this together, and then in a separate video, I'm gonna do a tool tour video, just kind of looking at how I'm gonna set up this Ranger for mobile mechanics for the next few weeks until that UPS truck is done. We're just getting started on that. And we'll talk about, and again, in a different video, how much it costs, what all we got. And it's kind of worth it for me for the next couple of weeks, and then maybe for hiring somebody afterwards to set this Ranger up completely. It may take a month, I'm not exactly sure. So I don't have to put tools back and forth between the trucks every time, and then afterwards maybe hire somebody to work out of this truck. I'm not sure. That's not the plan, but yeah, that's not the plan, but that may happen that way. We'll see. And then at least I just have this Ranger set up for roadside rescue as well. So whenever I want to take this out, I can always just pop in the Ranger and have my complete tool set with me. And the only thing I'm not putting in here for right now is specialty tools. You know, once you buy a single kit or whatever, every single one costs 100 to 150 bucks. And then, you know, I'd probably need 10 or 15 of those to complete my set of, like, you know, locking lug nut removers, just stuff like that. So for right now, those specialty things, I'm just gonna pick up when I need them for a job, you know, axle nut sockets, stuff like that. Yeah, but everything else we're gonna have in here. So we're headed down to the other Harbor Freight to pick up the toolbox that fits this truck. And they didn't have one at the one we already stopped by, so hit that truck. We don't want to hit the truck.
Yeah, we don't want to hit that truck.
All right, here we go. We got the newest shop assistant here helping out on today's job. She works the jacks only.
What? Is this apple and business? Here you go, baby.
All right, so here we are with the Rescue Ranger. I just picked up a bunch of tools for it. I picked up this box. This is what I used to use. I had a red one. I got a black one this time, matched the bed liner. And we've got the stickers for the sides. So we're gonna get everything going here. I'm gonna first wash the sides. We'll put the stickers on. I'm gonna cut those. They're not die cut, and I'm not gonna make them look super fancy or anything, but we'll get those on there, and then we'll get the toolbox set up and the whole bed of the truck set up for how we like it. And that's it. So here we go.
What's the doggy bus?
Where is the doggy bus, huh? Did you take it?
No. No, I didn't put the doggy bus.
Where did you put it?
I didn't put the doggy bus. Daddy, what's the doggy bus?
We sold it. We sold the doggy bus. Somebody else has it now. All right, well that looks awesome. So I was wondering if it was going to be too small. Once I trimmed it, it looks great. I told them to make it that small as well. So they were trying to set it up for even bigger, but I think that's the perfect size. You know, this truck's just old and not super clean, so I just scrubbed it up with a a broom, so apologies to anybody who that may have hurt their feelings, you know, people who are into detailing and cleaning cars and stuff like that. But anyways, we've got this top chest back here, the 44-inch. That's what I used to run in my Nissan pickup, like that one. And anyways, I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna do a review on all this setup. And typically before I reviewed anything, I'd test it out for a while, but I've run this setup for a year, so I'm gonna set it back up how I used to have it, that I came to after a year, and we'll go from there. So we'll set it up like that, and that'll end the video, and then we'll put out another video in a day or two about the complete setup, like a tour of the truck. So look out for that. All right, so here's all the tools. We'll put them up together and kind of look at everything, as you know, not go into detail, put them up, and then just check out that video if you want a more detailed look at all the tools.
Hey, Daddy, what?
That's a basket.
Basket?
Yep. Pain to open up all these packages of pliers. I've still got a few things left to do to this Ranger. I've got to, I got new tires on the way because these old tires are real dry rotted, and I'm gonna redo the brakes. I didn't realize though, I was gonna do them the other day, I didn't realize that they're hub brakes. I've got to replace the whole hub and bearings, so do that later. Yeah, half this stuff's from AutoZone, half of it's from Harbor Freight. I usually get most of my stuff at AutoZone. When I'm just like needing a random tool, because I go to AutoZone so frequently, but since I'm getting everything at once, I figured I'd just go to Harbor Freight. The problem is if I have something break and I have to warranty it, then I have to go all the way down to Harbor Freight, which I never make it to that side of town. It sounds like I'm complaining. Back home, even the closest AutoZone was like 30 minutes away, now like 20. But here I could get to that Harbor Freight in like 10-15 minutes. I just rather go to AutoZone. There's a few things that I'll get at AutoZone no matter what. I'll go out of my way to get impact sockets at AutoZone because they come in this plastic blow case, and it costs just the same as the impact sockets at Harbor Freight. So definitely something I would always get at AutoZone. Oh, it's so hard to take out of this package. Goodness. Well, stuff rolls around in your drawers no matter what, so no sense in organizing them real good. It's gonna, as you drive, move around anyways. Sockets there. I'm gonna get the AutoZone Complete Toolkit. They had to order one from the other store though. It's there now, I just have to go pick it up. There's 2 extra sets of sockets I'll always get at AutoZone. These little swiveling sockets are nice, and a pack of 10mm sockets. These have 10 different 10mm, so I'll always get those at AutoZone when I'm getting a new toolkit. You know how it is. Vacuum hose. There's a few more things I'm going to get on Amazon still, so like things like an inner tie rod remover tool and stuff that you can get for real cheap on Amazon, just little odd new things like that. So just gasket scrapers here, scraper drawer, pliers. Those might not fit in that drawer though. AutoZone finally started carrying 14mm spark plug sockets, these little 12-point ones that Audis, BMWs like to use, some newer Toyotas as well. So everything's got to be opened up, so weird. One of those magnet trays. My little odd and end sockets and like O2 sensor sockets and stuff usually end up in one of these magnet trays in my toolbox so they don't roll all over the place. Stuff tends to roll around enough to like knock stuff off of socket rails and stuff if you have them in there. If you have like a socket rail and a random socket just rolling around, it'll knock other sockets off of there. So probably just end up doing what I used to do. Grab our tool here. Really long stuff goes in the top. Like if I get a super long screwdriver or anything like that, that'll go in the top. Spark plug gap gauge. Yeah, that's how much stuff I got from AutoZone. 2 pages worth. There. Fluids I'm going to leave in these bins. These are those shipping bins from AutoZone. They have some that they've had laying around for a while. Tub of towels I like to put beside my toolbox. Might make it on the other side. I used to put fluids on the side of my toolbox, but I was going to plan on putting them in a little shopping tote that I have. But they gave me these bins, so I'm going to use one of these bins instead. We gotta have some of these. Let's do a little battery drawer. Maybe not room. Battery stuff back here, maybe. Behind those, yeah, that'll be plenty of room there. Master gate set. These come in super handy all the time. All the different safety drivers and star bit and stuff. Hex. E-torque, so these are a couple of little small ones they don't have in that kit. I get those to go along with that kit. Since it goes down to like a 7 or something, this one goes all the way down to 4. There's sometimes on like not valve covers, like those little engine beauty covers, they'll have little ones that are smaller than that kit has, so nice to have a couple of small ones of those. Here. The only thing I don't like is it's in this big blow case, but what are you gonna do? These take up a lot of room. I may take them out. Tell you what, I'll take my standard wrenches, which I hardly ever use, but have them just in case, and put them in the bottom. Put these in here. Let's go this way. there was one sound that would immediately remind me of doing mobile mechanics. It's the sound of driving down the road and hearing these little brake cleaner cans dinking around on each other. Those are good. This is nice. I'm glad they gave me these rather than use a basket. This actually closes up, so obviously it's not a fireproof container. In some states, you know, the laws are different. I don't have to have a fire inspection or anything, so I don't have to keep aerosols in a fireproof container. Not that it's a bad idea, I'm just not going to go for that expense right now. But at least these close up. Not that that's going to stop a fire, but keep them from getting rained on and rusty and stuff, so that's good. We've got the some jack stands, and we're almost done here. There's a pig mat. All right, well that about does it. I'm gonna get these last little magnet trays out. Sometimes these fall apart, but they're good for just like sticking around and using them on jobs and stuff even. I haven't used them that recently, ever since I switched to my big truck. Yeah, but we'll probably use them on this. I always tended to use them when I was doing it out of my mini truck. That'll do it. Thanks for watching. This is the truck setup. We've got a 3-ton floor jack, but stay tuned for a detailed tour of everything I put in here once I get those last few tools off of Amazon and everything. And consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next episode.